Well, hello, you absolutely lovely people. How are you out there? As always, very nice to see you. Look, I got to swing by the house. Got the haircut a little bit. It's not professional. It was just done in the bathroom, so I'm not going to show you all of it. But, man, it feels better. It was getting real hot under that thick mane. It sure was. So, hey, I just had to show it off. Look, oh my God, it's so much better. Thank you, everyone, for your compliments. I'm sure will be coming. But good to see you guys. Oh, man. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the trainee video again. We did it. I hope I told it, like, up to your expectations. I hope. It's been years, and I did my best. So, hopefully, y'all liked it. Hopefully, y'all liked it, and got us a few new people in here off of that video. So, glad some of the old faces from the old channel are finding me, and some new people are finding me. Hope you enjoy your stay. All right, so that was, I'm sorry, I just got vape juice too, because my vape has been empty. I've been using that little disposable forever, and now I realize my vape is just covered in crust and stuff. I should do all this stuff when I'm not recording, but it's like when I'm recording, then I start looking around, and then I notice things. And then I start screwing with other stuff while I'm supposed to be recording videos for you guys. But that was, a lot of people have asked me to redo the trainee video. And I was never really too sure about it. I was, like I think I said in the video, I was always worried that, I worry too much about what other people think, if I'm being honest with you. Way too much. But I was always worried that, you know, people would be like, oh, this guy Truck's just trying to get cheap views. But the more I thought about it, it was always my story. It just unfortunately is on a channel I deleted. So hey, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked it. I enjoyed telling it again. So cool. Today we're gonna finally finish up with the 3-part series on Western Express. And the reason I wanted to do those videos, I mean, obviously, it helps the channel to talk about bigger companies and things like that. I can't lie about that. Obviously, those things help. But I see just so many new truckers, you know, coming into trucking and maybe not making the best decision they can with what trucking company to work for, and then they end up in just not the greatest places. So the point is not to like bash companies. I don't believe in that. I used to do that when I was a younger guy, but these days I don't believe in doing that. But the point was more importantly to make these hopefully searchable videos that new people can find and be like, okay, I'm a little more informed on this company then. From the perspective of a 10-year veteran of trucking, would I consider going to work for these companies? And most of the time that's going to be no, because they're generally going to be starter companies. But hey, you just never know. You just never know. So I noticed all the really, for lack of a better term, dumb mistakes that new truck drivers are making when it comes to picking their trucking company. And Western Express has been at the top of that list for so long with people going to work there. So that's how I settled on that topic of doing that. I figure 10 years into it and being basically God's gift to trucking, you know, the greatest trucker that ever existed right here, this guy trucks, that maybe I should pass on a little bit of my experience to the new people out there that are kind of struggling to find their way. And that's how we ended up with this. I do have other companies I want to talk about in the future, but we got to finish up with Western Express. So let me get a hit of this delicious nicotine. Yeah, baby, that's the good stuff. I think I need another hit. That's the good stuff right there. Yeah. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. I've been using that little disposable for like a week. And like I said, I was able to swing by my house and stop for the night and do some laundry and cut my hair and get some vape juice and hang out with the family, of course. So that was really nice, because I don't get to go home very often. I gotta make money. I have bills to pay, you know, so I don't get to go by there very often. It was nice. Western Express. All right, we've covered a whole lot of stuff about what this what people are saying about this company on YouTube, we've covered information they give on their webpage about what, you know, they say they provide and all these things. And I have figured out, I've always known this, but I have figured out through all this information what this company is, and the one and only time you should ever consider going to Western Express. Now, they do have a point and a purpose. There is a reason to go work there, and we'll get through it, right? But in my research, I guess let's call it research, more hearsay and listening to different people's reviews and evaluating those reviews against my own experience, and then, you know, kind of coming up with what's what in the world. I have obviously found that Western Express would not be one of my choices for trucking companies, not somewhere that I personally would want to work. And the reason that there's a few reasons, but what I just really don't like about them as a company is their training program is just really bad, is what I'm gathering. You know, it's a week maybe in a truck with a trainer that's been a trucker for 3 months, and he's training a new guy, and then you're a week up to a month, it sounds like, with that person, and the training is just really bad. Now, you don't want to, in my opinion, you also don't want to go to the companies that have you locked up with a trainer for like 6 months, because to me that sounds very excessive. You're getting into trucking to learn how to do the job, obviously, but your ultimate goal is to make money as a truck driver, right? So if you're working for a $500, $600, $700 weekly rate while you're with a trainer for months at a time, for one, if you ain't got it figured out, like at least a good idea about how to be a trucker after, you know, 3-4 weeks with a trainer, you probably need to just cut your losses and find something else to do. It's just an excessive amount of time to be with someone for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months. That's fucking insane. That's a ridiculous amount of training time. And I'd say just do something else, cut your losses, and just don't drive a truck. Hey, it's not for everyone. It's not a hard job, but it's not for everyone. Not everyone gets it. So that's excessive. But when and I've heard it from multiple people, so it wasn't like I heard a one-off story with a person that said they did 1 week training at Western Express before they were issued a truck. I heard multiple people say that, and to me that's just fucking not enough. That's how you end up with stories like I had about the Western Express driver on a mountain in Colorado in a snowstorm chaining up his steers because he thought that was the right thing to do. The training fucking sucks. It's god awful. And so you think about it, you're a brand new CDL holder, just got your CDL, you go to your first company, you spend a week in a truck with someone, and you're just thrown out to the wolves. You're going to fuck up. You potentially could fail the entire thing, but you're definitely going to fuck up a lot. And to me, that's really bad. That's really bad. So, guys, I'm a nicotine addict, man. I need that every 5 minutes. I need nicotine coursing through my blood. So you'll have to forgive me for that. Now, there is a reason that Western Express is a good option for people out there. You hope that you're never in the position that you need that option, but I'm very torn on this reason, and we're going to talk about it in a minute. Give me just a second. We're going to talk about it. In my humble opinion, I think that you should never ever consider Western Express as your first company, as your starting company getting into trucking. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't do it. I would definitely look elsewhere. You know, you've got so many companies out there that offer training at higher quality than you'll get. From what I've heard on the internet, disclaimer, I don't know this all to be 100% true, but from what I've heard from other people, the training is just not adequate. The one and only time in your trucking career that you ever want to consider Western Express as the company you go to, I know I've been building it up, right? Is everybody waiting? Is for exactly what they are as a company. And Western Express is what we refer to as a second chance company. You need a second chance company when you start doing some goofy shit out here, right? Maybe you're getting in accidents. Yeah, that's a big deal. You don't want to be wrecking cars out here and, you know, smashing people's minivans and shit like that. Well, if you go and do that, you might need to call up Western Express and get you a job. Okay, that's not all bad. You made a mistake. Your life's not over. There's a company willing to give you another chance out there. To me, that doesn't sound like the worst thing ever, right? If you're, you know, one of these goofy asses that like didn't realize that as a CDL holder, you're going to be drug tested randomly, and you fail a drug test, you might find yourself calling Western Express after that. Okay, still the same thing. You made a mistake. No big deal. Hey, that's just the way it goes sometimes. That's just the way it goes. So you end up with Western Express. All right? That's all a good thing, right? I think that's a really, I mean, to a point, right? If, you know, accidents, I guess, happen. I've never been in one. If you're just a careless driver and you end up in accidents, maybe you don't fucking deserve a second chance. I don't know. You guys in the comments, I guess you can decide how you feel about it. But hey, you made a mistake and you're trying to get past it. But honestly, in this business, if you're going to be a CDL holder, I mean, you've got to be a fucking idiot, honestly. And I mean that with all due respect, to fail a drug test. What the fuck is going through your head? You know you're going to be drug tested. You're aware, and then you fail a drug test. Now you got to go through whatever that SAP program is or whatever and get back to work, right? Well, that sucks. That's a horrible thing. But, okay, let's just be human for a minute, and let's say that everybody makes mistakes, and we all deserve a second chance when we make those mistakes, right? Hey, that makes Western Express, don't worry, we're not done talking, but that makes, in my book, that makes them all right. I mean, hey, you're out there willing to give people a second chance, right? Here, for me, is where I start to struggle with it, though. I do have to wonder, with that being their primary business model, is, hey, we give truck drivers a second chance. Do they, this is a question, not a statement. Don't sue me, Western Express. It's a question. Do they then have a tendency to exploit drivers that they know they can take advantage of, people that they know need that job because they don't have other options out there? And they could do that in a way of maybe not giving them enough miles, or maybe paying them lower than the industry standard, or trying to sucker them into a really not great lease purchase program. And that's where I start to go the other way with it and say, maybe this isn't such a good thing. You know, if they're using this whole idea that, hey, we're a second chance company as a way to maybe boost their bottom line because they can pay you less, or overall come out way ahead in that. On the surface, the premise sounds really good. You know, we give second chances to people that have fucked up. Hey, that sounds all fine and good. But I do just wonder if there is some exploitation involved in that. The people in charge, I mean, you would never get an answer out of them. They would never tell you if that were the truth. I'm sure the only answer you would ever get is what I've said earlier in this video. Hey, we believe people deserve second chances and they screw up, and we're the company that's going to come in and let them get their career back on track and do all these things. And that all sounds fine and good. But I wonder if they're a huge part of the business model is, hey, we can take advantage of these fuck-ups, you know, and we could really kind of do whatever we want, because who else is going to hire them? That's where I get a little, like, I don't like the second chance company concept when it starts getting into those things. Then I go back on that and I go, well, at the same time, if you're a fuck up out here, like, wow, I just had a stroke again. Do you deserve to make as much money as a guy that isn't a fuck up, a guy that's taking his job seriously? So are you really being taken advantage of at that point when some of these choices you chose not to be professional, you chose not to be safe, you chose to smoke weed on your time off? I'm not opposed to fucking weed. I don't know why this shit's federally illegal. I have no clue. But unfortunately, the rules are the rules, right? I don't find you to be any more dangerous on the road if you're the kind of person to, you know, smoke weed on your off time than a guy that likes to drink beers on his off time. I mean, if you're both reporting to work sober and ready to go, I don't see the fucking problem with that. But knowing the industry we work in that is federally regulated, we have to remember that we are going to be drug tested. So that part I'm not really too sure about. I don't know. Hey, everybody deserves to have fun in their time off work, right? Absolutely. You show up to work sober, ready to work. Whose business is it? Well, not mine. Definitely the federal government's, though. Definitely theirs. But as far as like getting in too many accidents and stuff like that, I guess, I mean, I feel like you probably don't deserve to make as much money as a guy that's not getting in those accidents. So I go back and forth with the whole thing. But that is the conclusion that I came to with Western Express. That is the conclusion that I feel like everyone should come to. And I would never, ever look at them as a starter company. You just got your CDL. There's nothing wrong with your record. And you're ready to get out there and train and learn to drive a truck. I would definitely look elsewhere. That's it. That's the only spot in the market it fits in is, you know, you need that second chance. And it's good that a company like that exists. It is, to a point. So, hey, if you guys ever see me working at Western Express, it's because I fucked up really bad. And I needed a place to go work. So, let me see what this message is here. I don't care about that, I guess. I don't care about that. Anyways, that's kind of it. That's my theory, my thought on Western Express. I'm done with the series now. I don't have anything else to say on them, even a little bit at all. I think I want to, I don't know what the next videos are going to be about yet. I haven't really thought about it, but I definitely have a lot to talk about, a lot of things on my mind as a, you know, old trucker, old man trucker out here. But hey, before I go, I just didn't have enough material to get a very long video out of this, if I'm being honest with you guys. You know, I really do appreciate all the support. We're growing this channel. We've been back at it. A lot of people just rediscovered us from the revised trainee video that we did. We've been at it for about 7 months now, growing this channel. We're getting close to breaking 3,000 subscribers. I cannot be mad about those numbers at all. And you know, on YouTube, I hope to make a longer video on this topic in the future, but on YouTube I have made a whole lot of mistakes, and some of those even including on this channel, where I maybe got a little bit too much into my head and then my emotions spill over onto YouTube. But at the same time, I kind of like when I do that, because you guys want videos from a real person, right? A real content creator that kind of goes through the motions of life. So I never know, am I saying too much? Am I going too far? But I guess the point is, thank you guys so much for helping to support this new channel. I mean, 7 months to like be looking down the barrel of 3,000 subscribers is definitely not a small feat. It's very hard to do that. In my years on YouTube, I have learned just how hard it is to not only grow a channel, but to maintain and keep people engaged and enjoying your content. It's a very hard thing to do. So, hey, for the people that have been around here on this new channel, on the old channel, and just to help me grow and be supportive of what we're doing, I hope one day we get another chance to do big things here on YouTube, but the small details matter, and we'll just keep kicking out videos and trying to do better here. So that's all I got, guys. I just really appreciate it, and we'll just keep doing videos, keep telling stories, keep giving opinions on the trucking industry, and we'll go from there, baby. See you guys next time now.